Do you want to be in charge or in control of your career? Do you want to make the most of your job and your skills and even have a more rewarding and fulfilling and progressive career life? You will, because you can. My name is Karen Olege, a career strategist and coach. Welcome to this channel, Career Growth with Karen, where we empower ourselves to meet or fulfill or achieve our career aspirations. Welcome to the channel. Subscribe if you like this content, like it, share it, and leave a comment down below so that we can engage and get to know more about you as you get to know more about us. In today's episode, this is part 2 of a conversation we started last week, and this was a conversation on retirement. How do you plan for retirement? When do you plan for retirement? So if you haven't watched part 1, I suggest that you click the pause button, go and find part 1, and then come on and continue with part 2. And to help me in this session is my guest, Ken Mbae. We had him in the last episode and we still have him now. I'll be asking him to introduce himself shortly. But before that, let's get started. This is Career Talks with Karen. So, ladies and gentlemen, I have told you that this is part 2 of the retirement conversation. And as you can see, our guest Ken Mbae is still here to help us delve into the things that you need to prepare for while thinking about retirement. Now, some of you are watching this episode, you didn't watch the last episode, so I'm still going to ask Ken to introduce himself to us. Ken, tell us about yourself. What do you do? How should we know you?
Oh, super. Thanks a lot, Karen, as usual. I enjoyed last week's episode.
Yeah.
Asante sana. So this being a continuation is a great pleasure for me to be here today. My name is Ken Mbae. I am an accountant by training. I have done accounting at Kenyatta University, did my BCom accounting, then went on to take my MBA at Strathmore Business School. Studied finance. I did ACCA, which is an accounting course,
Yes.
and later CISA, which is Certified Information Systems Auditor. Why that is important is to just show that we have taken time to prepare this subject. I've worked for over 20 years. Various industries, ICT. I've done some work in hospitality, financial services, SMEs. I have great interest in personal financial coaching. So that we are here doing this for me is a pleasure.
Yeah.
I also invest in businesses. If I see a business that is good, that I can put my time, money, expertise, I'll actually do that. And I've done that with companies like Founders Boost and Integration Group. Idea is to help people build up their businesses into nice enterprises.
Great.
I am married with 2 daughters,
yeah.
17-year-old and 10-year-old now.
Oh, brilliant.
That is me.
Yeah.
Great to be here, and I'm happy.
And your brand is Mwalimu Biashara.
Mwalimu Biashara.
Tell us
what
something.
Does that mean?
Tell us something about Mwalimu, teacher of business.
Teacher of business. It's good you connected that with Karen, because actually it's that.
Yeah.
Mwalimu Biashara is a company that was started about 7 years ago.
Yes.
Our goal is to do those 2 things. Mwalimu, because we like imparting knowledge from a business perspective, training companies, training organizations, training individuals, groups, churches, chamas, all that. So the Mwalimu bit is important. And part of why I'm here is a Mwalimu brand. That's the Mwalimu coffee I'm wearing here.
Yes.
Biashara, because we actually work with businesses. Our strength is to help businesses, like I said, create value.
Yes.
So at Mwalimu Biashara, that's what we do. We have worked with various organizations. We've done many things. But today, I think in this space, our website is mwalimubiashara.com. But in the space today, I'd like us to focus on that aspect of personal financial management.
Yes.
That's the small bit we are taking out of Mwalimu Biashara.
Good.
To focus on here today.
Very, very nice. Yes. And in the last episode, you really shared to us a lot about how we can organize our finances to work for us during retirement. And that's why I encourage you guys, please go and watch. There was lots of nuggets that you talked to us about. How do we prepare financially for retirement? Now, I want us to take quite a different tangent right now and talk about just work and purpose. How do we keep and maintain ourselves purposeful? You know, one thing we don't know is that we are creatures of habits.
Yes.
and
Yes.
and there is a way a system gets into you.
Mm.
So you can imagine from the time you're young, you got up early, went to school, came back from school, had homework, and then now way after school now you're working, and you have it's like a schedule of things, and the way you wake up every day, you know what I'm going to do today and all
Yeah.
of that.
Mhm.
And then after 60 years of
Yes.
after 60 years of your life, and you may think it's exciting,
Yes.
now I'm just gonna be sitting, and then you realize it's not fun.
Yes. Yes.
It's not
Yes.
fun.
Yes.
Why am I not going anywhere? Worse, if you retire at different times with your spouse.
Oh no.
So your spouse is still going to work. Everyone wakes up, they're busy, they're
Yes.
gone,
Yes.
and then you're left there. It's early in the morning, and you're thinking, okay, and then you have to repeat for the rest of your life. Tell us about that. What do you think that does to us?
Thanks, Karen. And I'm happy the perspective taken, because I said in the last episode, even as we go through this question, and I'm asking my viewers today, picture yourself at the time Karen has explained. So the way it works is, like Karen has said, you wake up in the morning, the excitement is there.
Yeah.
I'm not going to work, and
You're
feel
resting.
good. It's okay. That cannot last more than 3 months.
Yeah.
You start feeling the heat.
Yeah.
But then there lies the issue. There is a purpose for which we all are created.
Yes.
And the key thing is to connect with that purpose.
Connect with that purpose.
Many times you wonder, so how do I get to know my purpose? There's a small illustration that people use. If you're able to connect passion, profit, purpose, and get the intersection of those three.
Oh my gosh, yes.
And there's so many other models people can use, but it is about saying, what is that one thing I like doing and I can do it for free?
Yes.
Okay. And as I say, unfortunately or fortunately, sometimes in our careers, we don't have that advantage. Truth be told, there's sometimes it's not, but
it's about the bills.
Yes. So start developing that kind of connection in life. Okay. I've seen people who would go into chamas. By the way, ladies, I must give it to you. Those social fabrics are
very important.
So start creating friendships and networks, and let's do this thing together. Sometimes you look at it and say, but I'm not even getting anything from this financially.
Yeah.
But non-financially, Karen,
you're gaining a lot.
That is very important.
Yes.
So when you talk about purpose, team up with people who are giving you joy and happiness, and you're driving towards something. There's a friend you can call. You can just sip coffee at one point.
Yeah.
Just pushing on lives. So what you need to find at the time you're retiring, when purpose is concerned, is something that goes beyond the bills.
Yes. Yes.
Something that goes beyond our obligation, or I have a mortgage, so I have to work so hard otherwise
to pay it. Yeah.
Otherwise, I'd probably be painting, or I'll be whatever, teaching Sunday school, whatever it is. It's a balance. I do appreciate that bills have to be paid.
Yeah.
I don't want to sit here and say that you can as well
forget about the bills.
No. But slowly on the side, develop a passion that you like. Small things, and keep them going. Keep them going. They will count when at 60 you're making that phone call and no one is answering.
Yeah. And I like that you say develop, because that means we need to start working on these things now, so that by the time I'm getting to that 60, whether it's painting I'm doing, whether I just love to coach and to mentor, whatever it is that I'm doing, I've found my purpose. And it may give me a few cents, thank God, but even if it doesn't, it still gives me that purpose and that urge to just push through life and know that every morning when I wake up, this is what I do. Absolutely. And I have something to do. And you have mentioned to us about, of course, the purpose. And there are so many other things that we can consider. Of course, not necessarily looking at money, and that's why you talked to us about the financial aspect in the first episode, so that's not necessarily what we are looking for.
Yes.
Is there a way people can tap into, maybe you already have this expertise, like for you, you are knowledgeable about finances anyway,
yes.
And perhaps you can figure out consulting. Yeah, is that things that people can venture into and find what they're good at and perhaps go into it? What can you tell us about that?
Good question. You see, actually, maybe 90% of the times, you're a sum total of your experience, of your skill, of how much you invested in something. At one point, I was making a presentation, and someone told me something that I'll never forget. when you start getting nervous about what you do, I take, for example, our video guy today. In a room of maybe 100, he might be the best video person.
Yes.
So if that is what he's good at, he can thrive in that.
Yes.
So even for us, whatever you do, it could be balancing books, it could be HR, it could be whatever you're doing. Always remember, there is someone who's looking for help
in that area.
So in that sense, you start approaching it from that perspective. So as you're going into consulting, because that's an important one. Consulting means people come to you for advice, for nuggets, for wisdom, for direction. And I like what you said. Even put the money aside.
Yeah.
What if you wake up every morning and say you want to empower young ladies into how to advance in their careers?
Yes.
Karen, you're a respectable person. You have done your career. You have excelled, and we can see you at the top of what you're doing. Get 10 ladies. Of course, I'm taking as an example, and our viewers can do the same. Get 10 ladies pro bono. Don't even charge them anything. Bring them in, help them, and they will. That you see, you're actually doing consulting. With time, they will start paying you.
Yeah, with time,
you start impacting lives. Yes. So consulting is a big area, and I always say, at what you're good at. That's what's giving an example of a video person here. Whatever you're good at, you can consult in it.
Yes.
Problem is sometimes people lack the confidence.
Yes.
This, I think they what do they call it? There's something they say, imposter syndrome.
Yes, imposter. You're not good enough.
Yes, you're not good enough. You keep fighting yourself. But tell yourself you're probably in the vicinity. You're the best at that
place and at that thing.
Encourage yourself that way. So consulting could be one of them. Yeah. Of course, the other thing, people get into business.
Yes.
And a business, money is there. But if you're able to identify a solution, what solution
can you give? Yes.
Okay? And as I said in the last episode, as much as possible, don't try that late in life. If you like farming,
start early.
Just engage yourself.
And that's a very good one.
Yes.
Because people just think I wait until I retire and then I start.
No.
If you have never farmed, it's unlikely to work here.
Most likely, it will crumble. And I'm not a prophet of doom. I'm not a prophet of doom. That is not the time to start.
Yeah.
So you can start creating that early enough.
Early enough.
It's a business. It's about farming. It's about consulting. It's about coaching.
Yeah.
Some people even would say teaching is important. You can actually go ahead and teach. Impart the knowledge that you have
to other people.
Yeah.
Wow, that's very exciting to hear. And of course, you have touched on the imposter syndrome and the fact that, sometimes you're trying to start something and it feels like you're not good enough. But you just need to find the courage to rise above that. And I like what you say about thinking I'm the best in the room, regardless of, whatever anyone else would think, thinking that I am the best. And what that also will help you with is that at least on a daily you're meeting people.
Yes.
You're not you're not in solitude forever.
Very important.
You're meeting people,
yes.
which is quite so important. So I would like you as our viewers to also tell us in the comment section, what is it that you're starting now? Have you reached the point where you're able to find out your purpose, or you're in the process of discovering purpose, trying out different things and all of that? What is it that you think you would be doing during retirement? And one thing that you mentioned, which was very, very important and very new in the previous episode, is that whatever you do on your leave days is most likely. So if you just sleep, you're gonna just sleep.
Yes. And you're sleeping without a salary, so it's bad.
It's bad. Thank you so much, Kenon, for all those nuggets that you've shared. Ladies and gentlemen, that is bringing us to the end of today's session. So please make sure that you have watched part 1 and then watch, and thank you for watching part 2. Follow Mwalimu Biashara. Go out and find out what Mwalimu Biashara are doing. They're doing an amazing job in financial literacy, helping businesses to just come up financially, all that financial advisory, and we have too many startups. So just all of that financial knowledge is at mwalimubiashara.co.
.com.
mwalimubiashara.com, and we'll be plugging all of those handles down below so that all of you can benefit. So guys, after bringing Kenon. And then after bringing Alex, what else do you want me to do for you in matters finance? If you haven't gotten it already, I think there is really a problem with you. Let us get to know in the comment section what else you would like for us to discuss in this channel that can empower you in your career and even post-career, as we have clearly been discussing in the past 2 episodes. Please subscribe to the channel, like this content, share it with all your friends and family and your neighbors. Let everybody come here and be able to be part of the content and be part of the journey to fulfilling your career aspirations. Until the next one, see you soon.